Good afternoon, comic book fans. Welcome back to Comics in 5. No, not 5 minutes. This is the actual other thing I do. This is New Comic Book Day. Sorry, literally put this video up that I was going to do it, and then we had the busiest half an hour of the day. So I do apologize. I've been trying to get the best to get things squared away and sorted out so I can get onto the comic books, and we're going to just try and get through it as quick as we can today. Quite a lot in though, and it's a heavy comic book day. So hopefully, if you're waiting for stuff to arrive, it'll be here. There's a few things we're missing. There's a cover B for Detective Comics, but I don't mind missing that one. King Spawn cover D, which is a really cool one with the Justice League on it. Nito's Nightmare blog, we're missing one of those, but I think we've got enough for orders on that one, so that should be no problem whatsoever. And Usagi Yojimbo, number 23. I think that's all we're missing, unless anything else pops up as I'm going through, and I'll suddenly remember, damn, I'm supposed to have that. But for the most part, we're good. A lot of bits and pieces, so I might have to move around a little bit, so if I disappear off camera, don't worry, I'm not going anywhere. But we're going to start straight away with just a mug. And it is Loki, being all variant-y. I've got a couple of those, and they're very cool. And I do like the design on the packaging; makes it a lot easier to actually see what you're getting, which is nice compared to how they usually do it. Action figures now. A Game Verse one to start off with. Spider Morales, with the what's it? They actually have a name for it. The camouflage suit, although I'm not sure if it is a camouflage suit. I think that's just like what he can do and go half invisible and stuff. So who knows what that one. Then we've got some of the What If ones. Got a couple each of these because I like the What If show for a few reasons. Didn't end as strong as I wanted it to. The Zombies one didn't really grab me, but Captain Carter was fun. So we've got a couple of her kicking around. My own personal favourite bit, T'Challa Lord, or T'Challa Star-Lord, give his full name, with the Watcher's giant head there. And finally, at least for the ones we've got so far, we've got more to come, and we do have, or we did have, should I say, the Hydra Somper, but that was already sold out. This one, weirdly, not from What If, this is from Loki, but we've got Sylvie, and that's awesome. I do like Sylvie. Almost done on associated products, because finally, after a month or so of not getting it, and repeatedly telling us we're getting it, we finally have the Let There Be Carnage Funko Pop in stock, which is really nice to see. For now, graphic novels now. Some of these may or may not be new. Some of them may be stuff that I've just ordered in eventually. So we'll see how it goes. We did have a lot of back orders come in. We now have almost all of The Wicked and Divine. We're still waiting for Volume 1, unfortunately, which means if we want to get it, we're still waiting for that one. But all the rest of them should now be on sale, and we're hoping to get the hardbacks in soon too. We have Bitter Root, Volume 1. That one is not new. That one has been ordered. Attack on Titan Omnibus. That is a big fella and nice. You might be able to see that actually with the light. Nice 3D cover there, or at least a texture cover, should I say? Collecting volumes 1, 2, and 3 for something like, I think, $14.99, which means it's cheaper than buying 2 volumes, let alone 3. Absolute bargain. I've only ordered 1, and I feel like that might be a mistake. Let's see how it goes. What I've ordered multiples of, though, some strange choices today. But Chariot. Basically, this will get made into a movie or a TV series, and I read issue 1 and I absolutely loved it. So I'm very, very tempted to take one of these home for myself. I read a few things by Brian Edward Hill, and this is the first one which absolutely convinced me they're a great writer, and I absolutely loved it. And Priscilla, I'm afraid I probably pronounced this wrong the last time. Petraites, I think. Petraites, I'm not 100% sure. But absolutely brilliant, vivid, moving art. In fact, art is going to be the thing I'm talking about a little bit in this one, because there's lots of very, very cool covers this week. We also have Doctor Who Missy, Volume 1, or the only volume for that one, should I say, because it was just a miniseries. The second volume of Department of Truth, I think almost all these are spoken for. I might have one spare if you haven't already claimed one. Reckless book, Destroyer Monsters, both of these have been claimed, which isn't really a big surprise. It looks brilliant, but let me know if you want any more, we can get them in. And back in stock, we actually have one spare that hasn't been claimed by anyone, Matrix Comics, on the shelf right now. This one has been claimed. Somebody is going behind there as soon as I get everything else sorted and out of the way. It keeps selling out, which is great because it's a big, expensive book. Right, let's get to move some stuff. Back with you. Right. We do also have in today Pokemon Celebrations Ultra Elite Trainer thingy in, but we only got one of them in. We ordered 2. We only got one coming into allocation, which is not really the end of the world, because one of them was ordered for somebody. So that's the one that's totally gone now. If the other one comes in, let's see how it goes, because I've seen people asking silly money for them on eBay. I don't like doing that kind of thing, but if nobody's ordered it and it comes in like a week or 2 after the release date, nobody's going to come in specifically looking for it, then I might be like, yeah, okay, I'll make some extra money on eBay. But if you order something from me, even if it does absolutely shoot up in value, I will sell it you at the cover price, or the price we told it was going to be. And £150 is what that's going for. So you can go for 400 already. So that whoever had the foresight to order that from me was a very sensible gentleman indeed. Right, but start with Aquaman: The Becoming, issue 2. Excellent cover right from the get-go there. Really, really like the use of light in that one. Amazing Spider-Man doesn't do anything particularly outstanding. In fact, it's a little bit basic, and I've never been a big fan of like the additional spiderwebs on the fingers. I think it makes them just like weird kind of sausages. Batman Catwoman issue 8 variant cover was supposed to get last week. Did finally arrive. So if you were waiting for your variant, tis here. One that's been delayed finally arrived. Batman Long Halloween one shot. I thought this was the start of like a little miniseries. It's actually a prestige, or at least a square bound, so it's maybe not like the huge ultra prestige that you get from the Black Label stuff. But I'm fairly sure all 6 copies have been spoken for already. So I do apologise if you didn't get that order in. Worth pointing out, actually, while I've got you all here, Image Comics recently put a thing out saying they're not going to do any second printings ever again. Can't do a whole bunch of variants, but you know, it means if you don't get it, you don't get it, and that's it. You have to try for a variant, or you're out of luck. Also, notice for the past couple of weeks, DC Comics, anything when it's arrived is already listed as out of stock UK, out of stock US. Basically means we can't back order anything, or if we do, it's a shot in the dark and we hope like hell it'll arrive. Can't help but feel that because of the ink shortages they're dealing with, they are reducing their print runs down to an absolute bare bones. So if you order it ahead of time, you should still get it. Same with Image. But if not, you're really going to struggle. I can only imagine it's going to get worse for other publishers too. So go and check out League of Comic Geeks and check out what's coming out in January for the next order we're putting in. Sign up to it. Sync with Ka-Pow Comics. You can find us dead easy. We're the only comic book store in Huddersfield. The only comic book store in West Yorkshire using it, I think. So it's really easy for us. And then you basically just let us know what you want and we place the orders well in advance of them coming out. And it means barring Diamond UK not packing their box correctly, we should be absolutely fine. Speaking of things that we can't only get, Batman Foundation, Batman Fortnite Foundation. This one was listed as Batman One Shot, and I really struggled to find information on it, but that's what it is. I think every copy of that has been spoken for already. I have more on order, but who knows? Black Hammer Reborn from Jeff Lemire. Black Widow, which has had some brilliant covers, and that one is no exception. Really like that noir feel to it. The camera angle on it, sorry, the POV angle is excellent. Catwoman, supposed to be arrived last week, is here now. Checkmate. Is that actually Leave on the cover? No, it isn't, but I still think it is. But it looks amazing. Whatever it is, I'm really, really liking that one. One for me now, and this is a brilliant cover. There is so much action and motion on there, and it does what I really, really like, which is not rely on motion lines or blurs. It just has a sense of motion, and you can see there's no way that is a still image. It's been captured in the middle of action, and I love it when comic books can do that. Dark Blood, simplistic but nice use of colours. Darkhold Blade, because who doesn't like Blade? He looks excellent. DC versus Vampires from Tinian. I'm going to have to give this one a shot because it's Tinian, but I'm not expecting myself to fall in love with it or anything. But there is a variant of Batman as a vampire. Why the hell not? Deathstroke Incorporated issue 2. Regular cover, very, very 90s, early 2000s. Bit more of a standard kind of variant there. Nothing really exceptional going on, but very, very pretty. This one, I think, maybe, I can't remember if this is the Aquaman Green Arrow, but it might be under D for Deep Target, so I'll put it under D. It is basically those two just hanging out and having fun, you know, as you do. Detective Comics next. Regular cover is actually pretty striking. I do like that. The colour palette chose there for the lighting on it looks brilliant. And it's a Bermejo variant. I do like Bermejo. I quite like the POV there from being inside Killer Croc's mouth. It's entertaining me no end. Echoland now, which has been just as good as I wanted it to be. The interesting sideways on landscape variant of printing there. Eternals Celestia, this one has been backordered somebody. It's specifically the variant they wanted. Firefly, which is the ongoing Firefly. Yeah, nothing special there, but I like it. Ongoing Flash, looking quite shiny. I do like the slightly cartoony artwork on that one. Feels like it's ripped from an animated series, even though it actually looks quite intense. Really nice little juxtaposition there. Gunslinger Spawn now. This is the cover B, the McFarlane cover. Covers C, D, E, F, etc. Have all gone out of stock already. Cover A hasn't arrived in the UK. So if you ordered cover B, you're fine. You've got your cover B, no argument there. If you ordered cover A, you're going to have to basically take that up with either Image Comics or Diamond UK and find out what's happened to it, because I certainly don't know. Harley Quinn, part of the Fear State, which I'm back to being the regular artist now, and I'm much preferring them. Hellboy, the Silver Lantern Club. Stuff's going to fall unless I'm careful. There's people who just get primarily Hellboy and they've got something that keeps them happy. Is Mike Mignola still doing it, which is always nice to see. Probably the biggest release of the week at the moment is House of Slaughter, spin-off from Something's Killing the Children, which he says on the top left of the world of Something's Killing the Children. Make sure everyone knows what's going on, and it is still Tinian, so that's very, very good indeed. What is interesting then is we do have a little stack of, this is the Previews UK exclusive, Thought Bubble, I'm trying to get that in focus there, but it's not going to work, Thought Bubble variant. Limited to, I think, only 1,500 of this one. I'm not sure like what other variants have got different rarities on, but we have those. These ones I'm literally just going to, nobody's asked for them. They are very rare kind of things, so I'm literally just sticking them up on eBay, and that is a link to it if you want to go and put a bid on. It started at a tenner. I don't think that's too unfair. I think the only other one I've seen listed was one for 20 quid, and there was one that somebody in America managed to get hold of, which went for, I think, £70. So, starting a bit of a tenner, I don't think it's asking too much. I've got a few of them. We'll see how it goes. If any of my regular customers are watching this and they just want to have like a definite I want it, this is what I'm willing to pay for it, let me know, because at the moment I've got some which have not been claimed, but there's no real guarantee on it. If you tell me you're only going to give me, I'll give you £7 for it, I'm probably going to say no. But we've got them. Give me a shout. I Am Batman. One was shy last week, so that has arrived. Ice Cream Man. This one actually is one of the more disappointing covers for Ice Cream Man. I've seen some really, really good ones in that series. Big one from Marvel, Inferno. And I say big one, it is like, a $6 comic book. They're not messing around with that one. More missing from last week. Justice League Last Ride, unfortunately, only just arrived, but that's my fault. I messed that order up. Ruby Justice League, I put it down to J for Justice League. And I'm going to move this one box out of the way so I can jump on to box number 2. Dun, dun, dun. And we have more Spawn. We have King Spawn, in fact. Regular cover there for everyone who gets that, myself included. I have been thoroughly enjoying it. And the cover B, I think, the McFarlane, is it McFarlane variant? Yes, I've got his name right on my thumb. How the heck did I not get that one? But I like that one. It's got a little kind of Scotty Young vibe to it without being Scotty Young. Genuinely a pretty cool idea. Man Among You, for the person who gets that one on order. It's been a while since they've been going. Marauders, very, very cool cover. I like the really oversaturated reds in that one. Actually, rather than like they're fading away and making it stand out less, it really makes it pop for me. Mother of Madness issue 3, which means I'm close to being able to get my hands on the hardback collection, which is what I really want. Moon Knight next, and this one is a bit of a double feature for you because that is a very, very cool cover. That's got lots and lots of detail in there. McNiven, who is absolutely brilliant artist, really like what they do. Not everyone does. I understand this, but I really like them. I like the exceptional level of detail. You can just see all the threads of the torn jeans there. But there is a Stormbreaker cover by Joshua Cassara, and I don't really get excited about the Stormbreakers usually. They're artists I'm not familiar with. They do stuff that can be interesting, or they can just go for a kind of like an in-house style on the cover just to try them out. This is brilliant. It's like a venomized version of Moon Knight, and I really, really like it. Down to the tendrils there from the feet, the tongue, the hands gripping the light rays coming from the moon. It is really, really good. I'm actually kind of annoyed that both of those have been claimed because I wouldn't mind one of those myself. Nita Hawes, Nightmare Blog, regular cover and a variant. Both of these have been claimed. I did order one extra, which is supposed to be longer on the shelf, but we never get it. Hopefully it'll arrive next week. Another one for me, Once in Future 21, a very good friend of mine has recently let me know that in the future, Once in Future is going to be dealing with Robin Hood. And that just makes me and him very happy indeed. I don't know if anyone else is going to be as excited about that one, but many years ago when I was a university student, one of the questions was talking about whether or not, I think the example they used was King Arthur, were they based on historical fact? And my short answer is no. And apparently that's not good enough for an entire 2,000-word essay, but it's like, no, it's not. Same with Robin Hood. There's no one person. It's literally just folk tales, which have then had real persons' names hung on it. And I think there's a lot of narratives you can tell. And one thing that Kieran Gillen does really, really well is different narrative strides. He can basically look at how a story was created and how a story is being used and how a story is being misused and manipulated. And he can take all those aspects and work into something brilliant. And I think he's going to do a great job with Robin Hood. Anyway, on with the show. DC Pennyworth, we were one short last week, so now it's here. New one from the Hill House Comics, Refrigerator Full of Heads. I was kind of thinking Hill House would just be let's release half a dozen cool horror stories and then get done with it, but they're carrying on. Robin, I do like that cover. I think might be the same artist who did We Only Find Them When They're Dead. If not, it's the same kind of style of washed out colouring, which I really, really like. Sonic the Hedgehog is just Sonic the Hedgehog. I don't think I need to tell you much more about that. Spider-Woman, though, love this cover. Absolutely adore the fact that when it came in the box and like that, I was like, oh, where's the title upside down? That's how effective that image was when I saw it. I really, really like it. Star Wars now to War of the Bounty Hunter, starting with the Ever-Loving Vader. Very, very nice cover there. I like the lights reflecting on black. That looks really, really cool. IG-88, Born to Kill. Just cool little title for it. And a variant cover as well, which I quite like. Tying in all with the Bounty Hunters thing is him just running off with Han Solo. Or apparently not Han Solo, if you believe what you read online. Stranger Things now. The Tomb of Iwen. I think this is just part 2 of that one. I think I've got a spare issue 1, so you can go for that if you want it. Suicide Squad, very, very busy cover there, and I like to see that little Court of the Allison going on there too. Suicide Squad King Shark. I did quite enjoy issue 1. Issue 2 looks like it's going to carry on being just as daft as I want it to, which is excellent. Sword. That feels like it's kind of like riffing on something else that rings a bell to me. I'm not entirely sure where from, but I still like it. Move things around again so I can avoid stuff falling over. Another new one from DC. This one, Rosenberg. Keep an eye on Rosenberg. He could do interesting things. Task Force Z, which I believe is basically Suicide Squad zombies, maybe. I'm not entirely sure. I might give it a read. That Texas Blood, that is an excellent cover. That is just a really nice way of doing a nighttime landscape with just that little one light on in a window in the foreground. I think that's absolutely brilliant. Plus, I've been really enjoying it. As a comic book, it's one of the best things I'm reading at the moment. Time Before Time, that is another very, very cool cover. Looks like it's basically something being blown apart there, or maybe disintegrating in a time wind. I don't know, but it looks very compelling. It's time for the Transformers portion of the afternoon. Regular there. Is that Starscream taking the throne? Why the heck not? Then we have the Beast Wars, which I think is now just an ongoing. I thought it was a mini-series, but I think it's ongoing. And Shattered Glass, which might still be a mini-series, but that is a really nice, very busy cover. I like that. Vinyl issue 5. I read issue 1, but not read the rest of them. It looks very creepy, very weird, very disturbing. Might very well grab that one in trade when it's completed. Speaking of, We Only Find Them When They're Dead. Simone DeMeo, really, really nice artwork. I am going to have to read that one in collection simply because there's so much going on and gaps between issues. Just meant I was pretty much having to go back and reread stuff so regularly to try and keep up with it that reading it as a full story is going to be way more entertaining. Wolverine, being Wolverine, with I'm not entirely sure who that is. Like that's some other character that is like a yin yang thing going on, but I don't know who it is, so it's kind of lost on me. But we do then also have Marvel Masterpieces variant, which looks very cool, hand-drawn Wolverine Sabretooth fight. Almost done. Wonder Girl, which I've been quite enjoying, and she gets to ride around on Pegasus, who doesn't love that. And then finally, Wonder Woman Black and Gold. That cover I quite like because it's another one of those, let's have a bit of story on the cover rather than just an advert for the comic book, which I always quite like to see. That's it. Done. Nothing else. Probably not going to review anything tonight. There's a few there, but I'm probably going to be able to get through them on my regular Wednesday to Saturday kind of schedule. So if you don't see another video from me today, don't panic. I'm not dead. That's the hope. Wow, how creepy would that be if this is like the last video I ever do? Shouldn't even joke about it. Oh, anyway, yeah, I'm done. I'm going to now open the shop again and let people in and hopefully be as busy as it was early, and I'll make tons of money. But if I don't see you again until Wednesday, look after each other, everyone. Stay safe. Bye.